Hello, Georgia Wolfe-Samuels here, your personal branding and leadership coach. I empower women to redefine their personal brands from the inside out, creating space for amplified impact and ultimately income. Today, I want to talk through 3 key steps to successfully achieving your dreams. So we're in January 2022, and it's that time of year. If you have not already done so, you may be in the process of creating your goal plan for the current year. Many of us take our goal plan a step further to beyond just the current year to include maybe a 3-year forecasted plan, or maybe a 5-year or even a 10-year plan. But we establish goals to ultimately achieve our dreams. And so what I find though is that by the end of the first quarter, many of us abandon our goals, right? And remember, we need to achieve our goals in order to accomplish our dreams. And so we may put a temporary pause on our goals because maybe of life circumstances that may come up and may interfere with our plan. And so we may put a temporary pause on our goals. Or maybe we didn't necessarily create an effective strategy that will help us to navigate the different obstacles that we could potentially encounter as we attempt to achieve our goals. But what I find though is that oftentimes we put a pause on our goals or abandon them completely because of how we define ourselves. We may allow negative circumstances, we may allow past failures, the opinions of others to define us. And as a result, we then find ourselves stuck and in this non-progressive cycle where, we don't allow ourselves to take the steps that are necessary to achieving our goals and ultimately our dreams. And so today I want to talk through 3 key steps for us to successfully achieve our goals and ultimately our dream. Because our dreams won't be accomplished unless we do the work that is necessary. The first step is to do the mindset work. The mindset work entails, number 1, what are our beliefs? Understanding and becoming aware of what our belief system is, right? What is your belief about who you are? Right? Do you define yourself as I am not enough, I am not worthy, I am not capable? Or do you define yourself as I am powerful, I am resourceful, I can accomplish anything that my heart desire? Like, what is that belief system that you have about you? Right? Point 2, or I should say 1.2, is to then understand what is fueling that belief system, right? What is that narrative that you're telling yourself, right? What is the event that created that narrative that is then fueling that belief system that you have about you, right? And then 1.3 is to understand, is that narrative factual? Do you have all the evidence? Right? You could have misinterpreted that event that is supporting that belief system. When was that belief system created? Right? At what age? Right? Did you have all the evidence that you need? Is the information outdated? Right? So the first step is the mindset work, and that mindset work entails understanding your belief system, understanding what is fueling that belief system, and then determining or evaluating if it's even factual, right? The next step is to set SMART goals. So most of us may be aware by now of the acronym SMART: setting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. One of my favorite quotes is by Melissa Robbins, and it goes, "Dreams are meant to be pursued, Goals are meant to be achieved. And so the SMART framework, which is a popular framework, is one that I support, right? In terms of allowing us to set our goals and action steps to achieve those goals, which brings me into tip number 3. Tip number 3 is perform I can actions, right? I can actions are intentional. They are consistent actions that moves the needle in the direction of your goal and ultimately your dream, right? So let's say, for example, you have a goal to venture into entrepreneurship. Well, number one, have you done the research in terms of the industry that you want to venture in, right? What does your clientele look like? What are the demographics, right? Have you created a business plan? Have you determined whether you're going to be a brick and mortar or an online business? So have you done the work necessary to do the research and to create the strategic action plans in the direction of achieving that goal of entrepreneurship, right? Let's say let's say you're a professional and you want to be promoted to a manager or maybe a senior manager, or maybe you want to become a CEO or a CFO, whatever that goal is. Number one, have you evaluated what the requirements are for that position? Number two, have you then, if you may not have all the necessary skill sets at the current moment. So have you evaluated what are the necessary skill sets that is necessary for that position? Have you taken inventory of your current skill sets? And if you don't have all the skill sets that will be required for that position at this current moment, have you registered for a training program or courses that will get you closer to that direction, right? So have you then taken intentional, consistent actions that would move the needle in the direction of you being able to achieve that goal and ultimately your dream, right? So those are 3 tips, but I will leave you with another one. The 4th one is to reward yourself along the way. Celebrate your small accomplishments, right? That will help you to keep the momentum going towards achieving your goals, right? So establish, I would say, periodic milestone rewards that will motivate you and help you to keep the momentum going, especially if you have goals that will span a long range of time. Those are my tips. I promised 3, I gave you 4 in terms of allowing you to successfully achieving your goals and ultimately your dreams. I would love to hear your feedback. I would love to hear some of your tips. If you are trying to reach me, would love to connect. I am at Georgia Wolfe-Samuels on all handles, social media handles, as well as GeorgiaWolfeSamuels.com. Thank you.